Hello, and welcome back to the YouTube. Today, I'm going to be talking about how my client, Akash, yes, we have the same name, how he went from 212 to 167 in less than 100 days. Literally 45 pounds of body fat eradicated in 99 days, less than 100 days. To do the math, that's like just over 30 months. 45 pounds. Yeah. So, I'm going to show you exactly how we did that, right? So he came to me on February 17th, 212 pounds, and the goal was to lose 50 pounds, right? That's what he told me off the bat. I mean, now the goal is to get as lean as we possibly can, right? But he just wanted to see how, if he could lose 50 pounds, that was his goal to begin with. So the reality of his life was that he was incredibly busy and also, working 70 plus hours a week as a software engineer. He was also a Formula athlete, but now he just felt like unrecognizable in the mirror, right? He tried generic gym plans, crash diets, nothing really felt good for his actual life, his structure, or the food culture, right? He went to work and he had different food every day, and he couldn't ever have like a meal plan that you could follow day in and day out and meal prep like a lot of these other coaches are gurus are telling you to do, because dude, people have lives, right? And he was working too much to have the time to do that. He saw me, he saw KPG, he saw the guarantee that I guarantee all my clients get results like this. We booked the call, he showed up ready, and we rock and rolled, right? Now we went to the onboarding call. So phase two is onboarding. So here's exactly what we did on the 30-minute call. We dug into every detail of his life. So food culture, what does he like to eat? Was it home cooked desi meals? Was it office lunches? Was it late night dinners? Everything that he had to eat, and when he ate it, and what he liked to eat and what he didn't like to eat, foods he was allergic to, like foods that was around his office, right? That was manageable. We did an audit around that, and we gave him a plan, structure, and routine that could fit around that mold. So, also taking into account the work hours, the commute, family time, sleep, every constraint that he possibly had was identified and nailed in the friggin' coffin, right? Training history, he had a little bit of athletic background, but like nothing crazy. Like way back, middle school plays in sports. Um, and what we did was assess his injury history. He had a little bit of injuries as well, and a little bit bumps on the road. Gym access. He did this all from home. He had no gym, right? So he worked from home, and then he would go to a gym. He would do a workout in the gym. Sorry, he would do workout from home. He had just a little small little cable machine, and we still made it work. We also built, a psychology plan. What derails him? Social events, stress eating, travel, yo-yo dieting, cravings, binge eating. What was his issue? And then also we built a plan around it, right? So I taught him how to never get too high and never get too low, how to stay completely at homeostasis, even though, life might be pulling you in every direction, how to stay composed, right? How to be within the breath, how to stay present. And as a result, he was able to sort of weather that storm in his head when cravings came about. Be like, no, you know what? That's happening in my mind, but I'm going to keep rolling because I'm seeing results, right? All right. The DFP protocol. So now he's fully onboarded into the DFP, the AC Flex protocol system. This system, he was given the community access to all of my clients so that everyone could hype him up, cheer him up, as he's going along his own unique journey. And this also keeps everyone accountable. When everyone shares their wins in the chat every single day, it's accountability from the jump to like, okay, everyone's out here busting their butt to make it happen. I can't be the only outlier, right? So that helped him stay consistent within his journey. And then a custom workout plan built specifically for his schedule, his gym, his body, no cookie cutter templates, right? I built this for him from scratch, right? His meal plan and his workout plan as well. And then loosely structured meal plan. So eat whatever you want within a flexible framework that I outlined for him in my meal plan for him. And the meal plan also included fast food. It also included anything he wanted to eat and he told me he liked, and I gave him just like the amounts of how to eat it, and so that he really didn't have to guess at all. Um, and then also what we did was, I mean, I'll outline this later on, but he sent me a picture of everything he ate, so I was counting his calories for him as well, and so I knew that he was on the right track. Fundamentals education, why he learned why the plan works. Protein targets, energy balance, progressive overload, all explained in plain terms because he was onboarded into my school academy where I have a full hour-long course that runs down everything I know about fitness that I'm constantly adding to day in and day out. And so he watched that through and he really had nothing to ask in terms of the questions because everything was laid out for him and he knew he had the system to just take it to the next level and consistently get results. Daily accountability, form videos every first set, right? So he sent me a video of the first set of exercise and I reviewed the form and then I gave him the real-time feedback. I would just message him back on WhatsApp and be like, this needs to be tweaked. You need to pull closer to upper back, under rows, right? Whatever it might be. And, constantly critique his form. So we ensured that the form was perfect and crystal clear. And then after that, what we did was lower the rep ranges so that he was getting stronger each and every week in the gym. And that way we knew that like muscle growth and strength is linear, right? So if you're getting stronger in the gym, we know you're building muscle. So he's building muscle and also losing fat simultaneously with his calorie deficit that we had on his meal structure plan. And he was able to bridge that gap and lose fat while also building muscle at the same exact time. And he's just looking way better. Food photos, everything he ate, pictures before were sent before eating, so that like I knew exactly what he was eating no matter what. And he was sent me these on WhatsApp, right? So no mindless eating, so that I could course correct immediately, right? MyFitnessPal as well. So he logged his meal plans, his meals, onto MyFitnessPal every single meal, right? Sometimes he messed it up. Some days he might not have gotten to it. Completely okay. As long as you're sending me the meals, I can go ahead as a coach and like I've been doing this for the better part of a decade. I can look at food and be like, yeah, that's 400 calories. That's like 1,200 calories, right? It's like my forte. So as long as he was sending it to me, number one, and then he was doing it on MyFitnessPal for his learning, so that he can get better at the skill of learning how to count calories. That is where everything sort of shifted, and we were able to target a more accurate calorie count with his eating. Progressive overload, weight, reps, volume, everything was tracked week over week, and he got stronger as he got leaner, and the muscle was preserved, right? So even though he was going on a pretty good deficit, he was able to build muscle at the same time because everything was tracked, right? I tracked everything for him on my app, and he was able to get stronger in the gym and lose fat, like I said, and as a result, he just looks like a much toned version of himself. Milestone, day 50. So this is like a huge milestone for us. He dropped 25 pounds in 50 days. So what was working? So he went from 212 to 187 in 50 days. So what was working was consistent training, flexible meal plan, and meant no binging. Like he could literally eat whatever he wanted on the meal plan. And the community kept showing up even when he had, the bad weeks of like just life getting in the way, a lot of work, whatever it might be. Momentum shifted, clothes started fitting different, his face got much leaner. Colleagues were noticing, he told me that a few weeks in, his colleagues were noticing, like, did you lose weight? Did you lose fat? And then the identity shift began here. Like he was right back to his former self, like, lean. And then the protocol dialed in, right? Minor mealtime adjustments, training intensity. I wanted to make sure he was consistently getting better in the gym because I believe that if you're not getting better in the gym, you're getting worse, right? So it augmented his plan consistently to ensure that he was constantly getting better. And the second half of the program that we have just now, he was going to push even harder, right? For the next I have him for 3 more months, and like I'm very excited to see what we do with adjustments that are being made. And day 99, transformation, 167 pounds from 212 pounds only in 99 days. Now, 99 days. If you do the math on that, that's like literally half a pound a day. Think about losing half a pound a day. How far you would get if you have hundreds of pounds to lose. It'd take you less than a year, right? So the guarantee was delivered. 30 pounds in 90 days was guaranteed, right? I told them from the front of the jump, if you do the work, if you do everything I tell you to, you will lose 30 pounds in 90 days. Guaranteed, right? He didn't just hit it, he crushed it. 45 pounds in 90 days. So what made the difference was a plan that was built around his life and not a generic program. You see every other coach promoting a cookie cutter PDF, right? That's not going to get you your goals. You need something that's like very on the nail for your structure, for your life, right? For the things that you need to do. And if you're working 70 plus hours a week, you need that outline for you. You need to outsource that. The identity rebuilt. So he didn't just lose weight; he became someone who trains, who eats with intention, and who shows up right day in and day out. Because it is so seemingly integrated into his life that there's really no effort, needed to adhere to the plan. That's the real protocol. So the numbers don't lie, right? So 99 days total, 212 pounds to 167 pounds, 45 pounds dropped. The guarantee was obviously fulfilled, and he got stronger too, and he looks better, way better in the gym. So yeah, if you also want to lose 45 pounds in 99 days, book a call below, and we'll have a conversation and see if we're a right fit. Okay? Or message me on Instagram at Akash Gets Jacked. But thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys learned.